Well, that's due, Your Majesty. When would you like me to bring in the next pen?
What?
Your instructions to Lady Gillian. Have the laurels brought two at a time and tell the merchant she'll be along in a few hours.
My instructions?
Oh,
I said to tell Jillian.
I'm sorry, I must have misheard. Yes, ears aren't what they used to be, you know. Yes, I must be mistaken. What exactly were your instructions, Your Majesty?
I said to tell the Laurels that I'll be along in a few minutes, and to have my escort waiting to go to Merchant's Row after the meeting.
I'll see it done, Your Majesty. Can I help you to the meeting, Your Majesty?
Don't you
even think of troubling yourself, Your Grace. We can help Her Majesty quite well to the meeting on our own. Thank you, Breakstone.
You're very welcome, Mistress Mary Shadow.
Very clever name, but you really shouldn't tease the royals, you know.
And where were you when she was commanding the world to dance for her pleasure?
Well, I was just about to talk to her about that when you came.
Save Gillian from making an idiot out of herself, kowtowing to the half-wit orders of a half-wit narcissist?
Oh, look who's talking about narcissism. Yeah, let me know when you come down off that pedestal and start hiding underneath it again, Saint Nathan. Your apathy is a lot easier to deal with than your self-righteousness.
Hey, lady, I'm just doing my job. Trying to give this reign some dignity when the king is some poor dumb kid who's in way over his head is hard enough without you kowtowing to the egomaniacal whims of his power-mad girlfriend.
Just because I do things differently does not mean they don't get done, you pompous hypocrite. I am trying to give her a chance, and I will advise her in my own way and in my own time.
And the next time she goes hat hunting, she'll know just where to turn for advice.
Your Grace, I'm not sure that would be such a good idea right now.
Got a better one?
Nope. Give her time to cool down. She's quite a woman, that one. Doesn't do anything by halves, does she?
She doesn't. Up to and including despising me.
You know, I haven't known Catherine very long, but I've got a feeling if she despised you, you wouldn't even get the time of day. You must be pretty far under her skin to rate a slap.
And why am I taking romantic advice from you exactly?
Oh, you mean Deb? Well, first off, she's not my girlfriend.
She's not.
Nope. I don't even like her very much. I needed a place to stay at Crown, and she said I could stay in her pavilion if I'd fight for her. Who knew I'd win? Now she won't let me bring my tent into her oh-so-period camp, and I can't afford a pavilion of my own. Besides, it doesn't hurt having all the would-be king's consorts out there thinking I'm taken.
Not bad. Remind me not to underestimate you. Too much.
I'm pretty sure that was a compliment, Your Grace. Shall we get back to work?
Sure. And the name's Nathan. Nate, if you like.
John. Glad to have you on board, Nate. I mean that.
How much of that did you hear? That poor dumb kid crack was kind of...
True. I'm in over my head. Doesn't mean I can't learn how to swim. What's next?
Well, there are some disturbing rumblings in the Knights Council.
Your Majesty, I'm not so sure about this new law.
Which one?
The belt one.
Oh, come on. The populace can't even wear a white rope? That's dumb.
It's not as dumb as you might think.
Look, all I want to do is make it so that ordinary people can wear white stuff around their waist so long as it's obviously not a knight's belt.
Look, Your Majesty, John, the belt is important. It's not just a privilege of rank, it's a symbol of service. When you see someone wearing a white belt, it means they've agreed to live by rules that are well understood. You know the rules they're playing by. And since those rules are by definition favorable to those in need, it provides an unambiguous indication of where to turn to for guidance, leadership, protection, or just plain old help. I sort of see it as a way to atone for all the injustice and hypocrisy that the knights of the real Middle Ages visited upon the common people. Kind of putting things back the way they should have been.
Well spoken, Sir Duke.
Sorry, I was waxing a bit poetic there.
That's okay. Poetry needs a bit of waxing every now and then.
So, why can't the other peers wear white belts? Well, they're bound by the same rules, aren't they?
Well, technically, yes, but
But we give them no way to advertise their vows, both relieving them of the responsibility of serving and denying them the respect that their hard work and effort have earned. Doesn't seem right, does it?
actually, I find myself agreeing with you. I considered it bringing it up in the past, but I never thought the Crown would be sympathetic, or I was the Crown and didn't quite know how to go about it.
Let's just make it a law.
Out of the mouths of babes.
This isn't going to be very popular with the knights.
My approval rating can't possibly suffer in that court.
That's true enough.
Let the next king change it back. I'm never going to be remembered for my political acumen, so I may just as well do the right thing.
An intriguing and somewhat refreshing philosophy, Your Majesty. Try and remind me of it now and again should the need arise. Now, about the Knights' Council.
You're right. The meeting's about to start. We better get moving. Pottle! Just the man I was looking for.
Me, Your Majesty?
You, your squireness. Can you keep a secret?
Sure.
I was thinking about giving your knight an award. Some kind of recognition. I thought you'd be a good person to give a second opinion.
Great, he hasn't gotten an award in years. You could give him the King's Eye Favor or a Greatest Service. He's only got a couple of those.
So, you think it's a good idea?
It's a great idea. Did I ever tell you why I wanted to be Sir Nathan's squire?
I assumed to learn how to fight. Why does anyone become a squire?
I mean, sort of. But it's more than that. Right now I'm a good person, but I'm just sort of there. Being Duke Nathan's squire makes me want to be better, because everything I do reflects on his honor, too. It sounds kind of silly out loud.
Positively sappy, in fact. Have you tried telling him this?
Have either of you seen Duchess Catherine's tipper?
Why? Is she offering to show it off?
She said she left it here.
I think I saw it.
What's a tipper?
It's a striker for an Irish bowron. It's a kind of drum. You're such a plebe.
That's king plebe to you.
Got it!
Thanks. Well, I better get this to her grace.
So what about her?
What about her?
Ever consider giving her an award?
Interesting idea. Haven't given it much thought.
Oh, come on. When was the last time you ever had to look something up in Corpora?
Why would I? Ask Jillian.
Kingdom bylaws.
Those two.
Super Bowl champions.
Okay, I get it. I'll think about it.
I could write you an official letter of recommendation if you want something like that.
Nah, I'm on it. You really like her, don't you?
Well, you know.
Gonna do anything about it?
Such as?
Don't ask me. Force camping with Deb for the last 6 months has short-circuited all the brain cells in my romance lobe. Jillian's even more mysterious than the usual woman. Women to her like flowers and starry nights. Jillian likes reciting botanical classifications and naming all the stars and constellations. Sonnet might work, but you'd have to put it in a polyalphabetic Vignere cipher.
What? I don't even know what that is.
Neither do I, but Jillian's been researching them for the Duke. Something about the heralds. Look, just do something, okay?
I'll take it under advisement, Your Majesty.
All I ask. Well, unfortunately, I'm off to find the Queen.
Try Merchant's Row.
Surprise, surprise. See you later.
Your Majesties. I'm writing you this letter to commend your citizen lady, Jillian Archivist, who is greatly deserving of reward. And dearest Lady Finn, your eyes are like enchanted pools. What rhymes with pools? Drools, pools, fools. Poetry's right out. Gracious lady, you are cordially invited to a dinner with Squire of First King of the Realm to SEA. Hey, how you doing? Jillian.
Well, I got Kate her tipper.
Great.
Nice fire. A little chilly out. Mind if I hang for a bit?
Hang away. Nice stars tonight. What's that constellation?
I don't know.
I'm making dinner when the coals are done.
Let me know if you need a hand.
Sure.
I was thinking, really, this one would look better on you.
I mean, isn't it? Well, but
I think I should wear this one. Really.
so you really think we should wait on the Duke then?
Oh, yes. Royal favors are best given at the end of the reign. I know how these things are done.
I guess. I was also thinking of doing something for Jillian.
Oh, didn't I tell you? I'm going to make her a laurel.
Laurel. Wow. What for?
Because I said so. That's what for.
No, I mean when you make someone a laurel, it's for a specific reason.
Well, because the queen said so. Should be reason enough, I think.
Yeah, but aren't laurels recognized for some sort of contribution to the society?
Well, I find her very helpful.
Wouldn't that make her a pelican?
Nonsense. Nobody ever sees pelicans. They're always off doing something. I want her to be a laurel. Laurels are much more stylish. You're her friend. Don't you want to give her something nice?
Well, yeah, she is very helpful. What about heraldry?
What about it?
Well, she's been pushing me to register a device ever since I won Crown.
Oh, so?
We could laurel her for heraldry. I mean, she's a walking order of precedence, and every time I show her a new device idea, she takes one look and says it conflicts with an incipient Shire and Trimaris.
Always Trimaris?
Every time. It's scary.
Well, we can laurel her for heraldry then.
I guess. If anything, that would be it.
If anyone asks, I'll tell them it was your idea.
Wait, what?
Well, we wouldn't want anyone to think I was playing favorites, would we?
Right. Well, I've got to go meet with some folks on this fill dirt issue.
Oh, well, you have my leave.
Thanks. Ever so much.
Your Majesty should have a nobler consort. A member of the chivalry, perhaps.
Why, Sir Oslo, how nice to see a knight who knows his proper duty to his queen.
Has one of my brethren provided some offense to your Majesty?
Well, that breakstone creature I find quite offensive. Such an insolent lout.
There are still members of my order who know how to properly treat a lady.
You mean a queen, sir?
And a regal one at that. The crown suits you, your Majesty.
Oh, do you really think so? I was thinking of having it replaced with one with a little more gilding to set off my eyes.
Your Majesty's eyes could outshine any crown that human hands could manufacture.
Oh, Oslo, you say such sweet things. I'm afraid this whole queen business is getting to be a bit wearing.
Perhaps your Majesty might find it more to your taste if you were to rule with someone more appropriate. I can think of no other inspiration besides yourself to give a man the fortitude to win a crown.
Sir Oslo, you say such sweet things. Oh, come chat with me while we shop.
Of course, I would never dream of offending His Majesty in any way.
John, he's never gonna win again. And besides, my people do need me.
I don't know how I let you talk me into this, Squire.
Come on, we just needed a third judge. Jillian and I will do all the work setting up the competition.
I don't exactly feel like a role model for chivalry this afternoon.
Hi. His Grace Duke Nathan Breakstone needs an announcement made around the camp.
Hey, how did my name get put on this?
It's happening in your campsite. Besides, you outrank us.
However rank I am isn't the issue.
Sure it is. Gives the contest dignity, importance. Just ask the Herald.
No way, they live for that stuff. Besides, I outrank her too.
Okay, His Grace Duke Sir Master Nathan Breakstone.
Do we have to use all my titles?
is sponsoring a contest this evening for Best Bardic Presentation concerning a true account of honor and chivalry.
His Grace, Sunbeam, Matter, Breakstone, Heavy Metals Notification, Bardic Latex, Cosmology, True Count, Love, Horror, and Chivalry.
I think we need to reword that a little.
I'll say.
Relating a true account instead of concerning a true account.
His Grace, Sunbeam, Matter, Breakstone, Heavy Metals Notification, Bardic Latex, Seismology, True Account, Love, Horror, and Chivalry.
Did she mention where the contest is being held?
I haven't gotten that far yet. Weren't you listening?
Mine's not what it used to be, you know. Anyway, it's at my encampment, north of the area. Big blue and gold pavilion. Bloody great banner with a spear and broken anvil on it.
North Party, Cessna, Opaline, Spear, Ball, Right, Anvil.
Sounds right to me.
Are you sure the directions are clear enough?
I think so. You want to go over them again?
No. Come on, let's go set up for this blasted contest. Anything by His Majesty, there'll be a flood to liven things up.
Oh, but Alan, you're so magical. Your fingers are so talented.
Well, yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bardic. I'm Alan, and this is the Silver.
Good evening.
Tonight I would like to perform for you a new song that I wrote about a chivalric thing that happened that I think is pretty cool.
I need the words. There they are.
What else you got in there? Anyway, okay.
One second. I can't perform yet.
I need better help. Go ahead.
Don't worry for me, it's all right.
Sure. An unhushed crowd stood untransfixed by this awesome sight. A brave young lad looked fit to bolt, awaiting his next fight. His helm too large, his shield unlow, his armor, it was classic. When looking at his breastplate, you could clearly make out Vlasic. But perhaps that was appropriate, for beneath the glistening sheen of sweat much brighter than his brig, his face was sickly green. Is this some poor jester they've sent to the field? You have to believe that his best bet is yield. And all ye old bookies, thank God for one thing, that nobody bet on the commoner king. Fancy smile.